Hi everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to another video on my channel. It's been a while. I know my people, like, it's not easy, this pandemic and this lockdown, but I try my best. I do what I can. But anyways, here I am. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your Blessedom TV. If you are new here, don't hesitate to click the subscribe button and join us here. Thank you so much for your support, and always I say thank you to every one of you who continue to support this channel. I really appreciate your support. So I don't know what is happening to our people. Their mind is made up, like they want this devastation. Somehow they don't want to learn from what has happened in the past and what is happening before us, unfortunately, we just have to pray that the people who will fall victim, will not be part of the people who didn't accept this whole thing that is coming. That the people that will fall victim will be also the people that are clamoring for it. Because I saw some people writing, hey, unknown gunmen, don't forget this one. Don't forget this one. So now they have turned around to say unknown gunmen that they are not the ones again, that it is the somebody else. Like, actually there are a lot of people that are debating who is actually doing what is going on in the southeast. In a way you can say perhaps they are not the one, but who was calling for it, who was announcing it, who was making it know that this is what it's going to do, who was calling for the total annihilation of all Igbo people if one thing or the other thing is not met. You just have to look at it. But some things happen and people don't want to sit the blame, or let the person who is responsible take the responsibility. They want to shift it around like it does anything better. Then a lot of people come at me and say, oh, you are somewhere else, your family is somewhere else, and you are not supporting your people, you're not supporting your own. And I look at them and say, the one that is supporting you, the one that is supporting your own, is the one that is in support of the little one that you have, for it to be destroyed so that you start all over again. And many of our people are all over the world. Most of them, whatever they have gained is maybe the things that they have done at home, maybe the house they have built and all those things. This whole thing that they are calling for, just 1 second like this, everything is gone. Everything is gone. Just one thing, like from one day to the other. It's beautiful, it's all magnificent, everything is beautiful, and in the next day, in the next month, it's gone. It's all rubbish. Back to square one, and then you start pointing finger. Is this one? Is this other one? So I see what is going on in Ebonyi State. Actually, I've seen what is going on in Ebonyi State. I think before this event happened, sometime last month, there was even a video that was done by BBC Igbo. I posted that video on my main profile page. In that video, they were interviewing people in that village. I think it was Okpoko or something. And they were really saying the crisis that in their region has been going for decades. And so many people have lost their lives. And there was also the one they were dragging for, is it Motor Park Union or something like that? Like January, a lot of people lost their life. So many things is going on at the same time. And the people themselves, our people at home, they are actually getting mean and like doing things that are unimaginable. Like I was looking at the page of Maria Odewachi, and she was posting some things about a young man that killed his kinsman. And even in that comment, somebody was saying somebody was caught in somewhere in Nungwa. He killed 2 siblings for 20,000. Like, these kind of things are all going on, but somehow, everybody is distracted. Nobody wants to focus on home building, on building the homeland, centralizing everything you want to do, like creating an atmosphere that actually shows that anybody is actually fighting for anything. But what you see is the same decay everywhere. Whatever is wrong with Nigeria, you will see it amplified in the southeast. Anything that is wrong in Nigeria, it is amplified in the southeast, and everybody in the southeast is crying merit. They should they are using quota system. They should be doing merit. Go to the southeast, there is nobody that is being employed on merit. Everybody is still man no man. These are the things that is going on. So everybody is fired up and waiting for that climax. So I just feel like it's like there's nothing you can do. People have made up their mind that they want this calamity to befall them. So one of our brother, Charles Kaye, he wrote a piece, and I find that piece very, very, very conclusive. He was giving the analogy of how all these things started, how the Niger Delta people were fighting for their rights, And let's keep in mind, the issue of secession started with Niger Delta. They were the first people that wanted to secede from Nigeria. And who are the people that stopped them? Our people, because at that time we were in charge. We were in charge of the power. So we stopped them. We arrested them and took charge of the situation because we don't want that secession. So the Nigerians were the ones that started this, all the whatever you call it now, kidnapping, fighting for their rights, attacking all these things. And then before you know it, the military came in. We remember how Obasanjo dealt with them. We remember the carnage that went there. Although some people don't remember. At that time, I was very, very young. I was still at home. I remember seeing Tell magazine at that time. Tell magazine was the one publishing what was happening. You didn't have the internet. So, and that Tell magazine that was publishing what was going on, because they were so gruesome what was going on in the South at that time. They were hiding those newspapers that were actually telling those things. And I believe at that time, correct me if I'm wrong, the people who were in charge of that paper, they were actually in hiding. They were like being targeted by the military regime at that time. So yeah, they went through all that, and even the kidnapping, all those things. They were kidnapping oil workers. They were doing all those things, and the military came in, and people lost their life. A lot of carnage. And President Yar'Adua came in and decided to give them amnesty. But the people up north, the only thing they are looking at is like, oh, they are giving them amnesty. They are not checking the carnage that has happened. They are not checking the villages that have been annihilated, all the people that have lost their life. They are not checking it. Likewise today, we see what is going on in the northeast. And the military is actually actively engaging those places, and a lot of things are going on, a lot of death, a lot of destruction. But the only thing we can really hold on to is those ones that they are granting amnesty. Not even because I'm in support of the amnesty they are granting them, not because I'm in support of saying maybe they are doing it this way, they should do it this way, But you have to look at it in relation to your region. Is this how you want your region to be? Do you want this level of carnage to go on in your region? Do you want this level of death and destruction to come on your region, just so that they can give this remnant of so many people amnesty, just so that they will give these 3 or 4 or 10 or 20 or 100 people, just so they can give these few people amnesty to go and study or rehabilitate them? You have to think beyond these rhetorics, because everybody is so hyped up. You see the radio ranter now, he's already withdrawing. He said he does not support the fire he's putting on the whole time. Now we don't support any crime. The same thing we were saying the whole time. You cannot put on fire and then you expect that you can know how the fire is going to burn, the extent the fire is going to burn. These are things you cannot control. But you see this radio ranter, just like before he was ranting and saying he wants to fight from the front, all of a sudden, when they came, he was in his bedroom. They had to be carrying him, carrying him to rescue him, to evacuate him. According to him, a lot of people, credible sources, even say he was not there at that point in time. So we see this all the time. And now he says he sacrificed his parents. He didn't sacrifice his parents. He put his parents in trouble. This is how careless, this is how mindless the man is. He put his aged parents in trouble. He put them in danger. You know you are blowing hot. You know you want to fight. You want your own empire. You don't even go and put together maybe one boys quarter, one room somewhere in the bush and be doing your thing there. No, because you want all the pomp. You want to be king. You sit down on the throne. They give you the title in Abriba. You now come and sit on the throne and be forming king. in your father's house. And then, like, people cannot see through all these things. Everybody is emotionally high, and they are saying, oh, the only thing you can succeed in doing is to destabilize the Southeast. Nigeria is not shaking. As if that one is happening there, everybody will be looking at you. Now there I go rich. Now there I go rich. And the worst part is, where do you want to run to? The Southern Cameroon that you want to run to, they are even looking to where they will run to. And who are the people who is fueling all this thing that is going on in Southern Cameroon? The same people in diaspora. And the same conversation we are having about misappropriation of funds. I have seen videos of them, members who left their struggles, saying the same things. So, as African people, and because of the way things are in the world today, we need to understand that no matter what is going on, we need to understand the bigger picture and see ourselves, first of all, as one people, and stop hating. Stop hating. So anything you are doing that is based on hate, it will not work. It will not work. And like, for example, we say there is nepotism, President Buhari is nepotic, the Northerners, they are taking all the position and all those things. If you come to the local government for example, in Imo State, if you come to the Imo State Civil Service or Abia State Civil Service, you will see it belongs to one family, like acute nepotism. That is what they are doing there. If you don't know somebody who knows that family, you don't get anywhere near there. They are only dealing with their own people. Acute nepotism. The whole thing that everybody is crying about Nigeria, it is worse. It's highly amplified. There is this emergency healthcare system that they started in Abia State. And do you know who is running an emergency healthcare system? The person that is not even in Nigeria, just because his brother is the deputy chairman or deputy governor, related to the deputy governor, they made the head of emergency services in Abia State somebody that is a resident doctor in America. So even his being in America did not teach him anything to give back to the people, to allow the state to function well. Somebody is in America heading emergency unit. That means it is not functioning, because if you are having emergency need for healthcare and they rush you to that center, you can be rest assured that it is not working, because the person heading it is based in America. So he is working in America, earning a living in America, but somehow the people who are in Abia State, they cannot get that appointment because they are not related to the government. And then everybody leave all these things. Like, you can just take a look at every government in the Southeast. You will just see the same thing repeating itself. But everybody is just so focused in the center. Like Falana said, if they really care about forming a new station, a new nation, they will be talking about the system of economics, what kind of currency, what kind of system they want to run. Like, there will be a template, but you don't see any template. What you see is blame game, condemning, hatred. If you go to the Southeast, there are no schools. A place where children can go and learn how to think, reason, so that people like this radio ranter will not just stay somewhere and be blowing hot. Bedroom leader, he will be in his bedroom and blowing hot. He will be in his bedroom and they will come to evacuate him again in his bedroom where he's blowing hot. So people will be able to think and be able to differentiate what is right and what is wrong. School is very important. Some form of welfare for the poorest, some kind of place where people can go and get some food, basic amenities. These are the things that people need. Otherwise, only road is not enough. But we continue to see the same thing. No grand plan. They will just be doing road with pump and pump. Like, everything about governorship is just about road, and everybody is clapping. Like, it is so much more. And this is why I just look at all this jamboree that is going on. I just know that people are not sincere. People are not really truthful with what their goals and what their aspiration is. Because you cannot tell me that you really mean well for your people, that you really want the good of people, of Igbo people, in Igbo land, and you are not doing anything actively for them there in Igbo land. What I'm trying to say in essence is, People have already made up their mind. They don't want to hear anything. They just want that calamity to come upon them. And there's nothing we can do about it, you know. So we have to allow them. The military is not divided. The military is united. So the only time that can be war is when the military divides. When the military divides, then you have different sections of the military fighting real war. And you have maybe sections of the army that have control of some arsenal that they will be using it against each other. Otherwise, what you have is insurgency. You know, what you will have is insurgency. So if they say there's an insurgency in the southeast, the military will be deployed to quell it. So like now, there's insurgency in the northeast. So the military is there. You understand me? So it doesn't matter how they are fighting it, whether they are fighting it poorly or whether they are not making better progress. But the military are there. That is the worst that can happen. So these things that they are doing in the southeast now, whether they are men unknown or known gunmen, whatever they call themselves, whatever they are going to do is go to bring another kind of military operation there, because they will be tagged insurgents, and that is it. And there will be collateral damage, and those people who are clapping today will bear the brunt of it. So when we are telling you all these things, it's not because like the radio ranter always accuse everybody of being paid. He is actually the one being paid by you guys. You guys are the one paying him, and he is the one collecting money from politicians to be causing all this commotion, because they are hoping to come into power. You see, so everything is politics. So all these things you are seeing is politics. All these things you are seeing is politics. So I saw one of them. He was doing a video, and he said in that video that going forward, every politician that is in the southeast, that politician must be talking about Biafra and making a contribution about Biafra. And then every church leader must be talking about Biafra, giving prophecy about Biafra. Otherwise, they are going to come from it. So now the target is the governors or maybe the politicians. I don't know who exactly. But they say those are the next targets now, because they have already done away with the security operatives. So they are going to deal with the governors or the politicians. I keep saying governors. They are going to do away with the politicians and the church leaders. But they didn't talk about the Sabbath leaders, or I'm just saying Sabbath because all this Jewish something is mimicking the Sabbath church also. So anyway, they said Christians, but they did not talk about Jewish people. So even if you think about it further than that, you can actually think about it in the sense that very soon, even you that you say you are a Christian, you will not be able to practice Christianity, because it is only those people who are now Jewish that will be allowed to practice. So yeah, so this is what they are saying that they are targeting. But you are thinking about it, I'm thinking about it, and I'm saying, okay, you have been ranting on radio for the past decade, and in all this time, you didn't think about, and you have a large following. You have gathered sympathy, and a lot of people are following you. And in all this time, you don't have the capability to organize yourself and produce a candidate that will go and be saying that thing you have sent him to go and say there. Elect that candidate. And then you will tell me that, the election is not free and fair. So you cannot even secure your own ballot. You cannot have your polling booth secured, your vote secured, but you think you have the power to go and face Nigerian military. You think the arsenal that you don't even have, you are contributing money, that is the one you want to go and use to face the Nigerian military. So you have to be thinking beyond emotion. Emotion and feeling is different from reality. Our people are just kind of removed from reality right now. Everybody is just hyped and hyped. So you have been on radio, you have a large following, and you cannot organize yourself to have your own candidate. But the people that got into power, however they got into power, whatever mechanism they use, you now want to dictate for them what they are going to say. But you had the opportunity to organize and put your own person there. Who knows what he is sent there to go and say? You have the opportunity to put your own people in the local government, but you don't do that. You cannot do that. You have no capability to do that. Everybody will come and give you money. You will collect. At the end of the day, you will be having split differences. So this person will get 20%, the other person will get 25%, the other person will get 13%. You will split it. There is no overwhelming majority. So when you have such result, it's very, very easy for one to just erase the other. Yes, but if you have an overwhelming majority that we say 95 to 5% or 90 or 80 to 20%, nobody can dispute it. But you don't have the capacity to do. You don't have the coherence to come together and do some kind of matured planning. You just want to be ranting, and you think that by talking tough, things will just get done, things will just do themselves, things will just fall into place, everybody will just begin to fear you, the whole thing will just happen as you wish. Well, I just feel sorry for people who may have to suffer the collateral damage. Otherwise, I feel like there's really nothing anybody can do. The mind of the people is made up. They want to see that carnage. They want to be the next northeast, southeast, like as it's going around, they want it back. So we don't know how long, because the brainwashing is deep. So if at all anybody wants to leave the radio ranter, he's going to need real psychological evaluation and rehabilitation. They are really needing it. They really need to have it. You understand me? So right now, I just look at it like, we just have to wait for the climax. We just have to wait for the climax. So my people, I don't have so much time.